Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Chef Chip in Action. Today we're going to be talking about steak. We'll be talking about how to season the steak after we've selected a steak and all the good stuff about it. Joe asked for something about steak, so here is what we're going to do. Here we have our steaks, and they've been seasoned appropriately. That's already been taken care of. So there's two ways that we can do steak at home when it's not grilling season. It sucks when it's not grilling season, but it's what we gotta do. One is with the Money George Foreman grill, which does a good job pretending to be a grill, and the other is to pan sear our steaks. Both are good methods, and we're going to cover both today. These are ribeyes. Ribeyes are pretty good. You know, they're heavily sought after, and they're usually fairly expensive, but if you can find them on sale and they look pretty good, go for it. So when we're going to do the Foreman grill, really the most important thing is to just make sure you've got the temperature set right. I like to go with the old medium high, and once it's preheated, just go ahead and throw the steaks on there. Now, here's where it becomes a question of how done you want your steak. I don't like mine all that done. Other people like them more done. So we're going to let those go for just long enough, and then we'll check them. And I'm going to go over that. As for pan searing, it's a little bit different. Here we've got a pan. We were getting it hot. Now, with some kinds of food, you need to add a little bit of oil to make sure things don't stick and that they're going to get a nice even cook on the bottom. With this kind of steak, it's probably not that necessary. It's got enough fat in it and around it, so it should be fine. So we'll just throw that right on there. Obviously, we've been handling raw meat, so we got to wash up. All right. Let's talk about how to find out if your steak is done. The worst thing you can ever do is cut into it and look. Never cut into it and look. Here's a handy guide. When you're grilling, when you're doing it in the pan, when you're doing it on the Foreman, any of these will work. Take your hand. Feel right here. That is rare. That's what a rare steak will feel like. For people like me, that's perfect. Feel right here. It's medium rare. If your steak feels like that when you poke it, it's medium rare. Good to go. If you feel here, it's got a little more stiffness to it. That's going to be medium. And down here on the heel, it's going to be well done. That way you can just kind of poke your steak and you'll know what condition it's in. No cutting. That way you don't lose the juices. You keep all that nice flavor. Okay, so on the pan searing front, I flipped the steak, and now you can see what the searing does. If you look at this was the side that was the first side down, you see that it is cooked. And what that does is it basically makes like a vapor seal, and it's going to seal in the juice, seal in that moisture, seal in that flavor. You notice it's just got a little bit of charring on the edges. That's fine. That's where there's been a slight bit of caramelization and starting to render some of the fat that's in the meat, and that's really good. You don't really want to be flipping your steak a lot. You should probably only have to flip it maybe twice. And so the first time, go about 2-3 minutes, go ahead and flip it, and then the second time, after you've done it, the old poke test, then you know whether you need to keep it going or whether you're done. It's all up to you.